We are back with another video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and comment how is the job market treating you if you're currently looking for a job or you're just surfing through. We are about to watch people who quit their jobs in 2025 and regret it. Let's get to it.
I want you to quit your job and hear me out. I want you to quit your job with a plan. And obviously I don't have a foolproof plan that's 100% set, ready to go. I know exactly where I'm going, but I did do a couple things to prepare. First of all, I saved. No one wants to talk about this, but obviously you need to save. You need to have a couple months of savings, and preferably not just pulling from your emergency fund. This may be controversial, but I did stop contributing to my 401k. I have maxed out my 401k every single year since I graduated college, but I wanted a few heavy paychecks before I walked away so that I can have a little padding in my checking account. I also started applying and started making connections well before I quit. I'm also giving my company way more than a 2-week notice. I'm really trying to work with them for a decent while I get stabilized. I'm cutting my expenses by 3/4. So my expenses are going from a lot a month to a very little, which is also giving me this flexibility to make this choice. And a lot of therapy of knowing what I am, what I'm worth, what I can do, believing in myself, having confidence, and also realizing that I can leave situations that I'm not happy in, even if they're not abusive and toxic. I don't have to wait for things to get that bad to leave.
I'm a little bit irritated.
Hold on. That was terrible. The only good thing that she said in that whole thing was she is getting therapy to improve her confidence and get over probably some of the insecurities that she has to boost her in her next role. I love that part. I think a lot more people should seek therapy and either a mentor, a life mentor, or a career coach and counselor. I think that is great. But the rest of it, she said, quit your job with a plan. You know what happens to plans often? They don't work. Something goes wrong. She said a couple months pay, save up a couple months pay. You know, people been out of their job for a year and a half. A couple months? Couple means two. When you say, hey, we're a couple, that means it's 1, 2. There's 2 of y'all. Why would you save up 2 months? 6 months ain't enough. People been out of work for 2 years. Please don't listen to this. Do not leave your job until you have another job secured, meaning you signed it, they gave you a date, you already set up your direct deposit. That's when you leave your current job. When you have another one signed, sealed, delivered, and everything in place, you speak it to the manager have your personal number, and they gave you directions on where you need to pull up on Monday the 22nd when you start. Do not listen to her and having this plan and deciding to leave when things aren't toxic just because your intuition or you feel like things like you need to move on. Do not do that in 2025. This job market don't care about you. You need to secure yourself. She said she gave them 2.5 months notice. You know they could fire you before those 2.5 months. And this plan that you got is for you. This plan that you got of expecting to be there for 2.5 months goes out the window. And if you are, one other thing I like that she said she cut her expenses by 3/4, 75%. She should have did that from the beginning. She should have cut 3/4, 75% of her expenses. If you're watching this and you can do the same thing, I suggest you do that. Really analyze your bills, look at your last bank statements, get that all on a spreadsheet, and see where you need to cut down. Get you a written down budget, not one that you keep in your head or on an old receipt paper. Get it written down, follow it, and apply it. Cut your expenses. And she should have cut her expenses and kept the job until she found a new one. She would have had buku money. She would have been up. Now she's just floating and roaming until the next job comes in 5.5 years later. But I wish her the best. I think the therapy that she's getting is going to really help her personally, and hopefully that helps her professionally. Let's get to it.
I'm a little bit irritated because the job that I told you guys about a few days ago where she told me mid-interview didn't even tell me. That's the part. She did not tell me. She just mentioned it. You know what I mean? Telling somebody kind of implies that you talked about it, put it in words. Do you know what I mean? She just literally casually said it to the other person that I was in the interview with, and then just kind of went to the next subject. And I was like, September 2nd, whatever. This job didn't start for another 2 months, okay? And obviously I'm looking for a job now, okay? If I'm unemployed in the next 2 months, That's a fucking huge problem, and I will not be. So I have this problem where like I just can't let shit go until I fully tell you why I'm irritated or what you did that scorned me, okay? So I messaged her on Indeed, and I know you're like, girl, what the fuck are you doing arguing with people on Indeed? I was not arguing, okay? I just needed to communicate with her that what she did was a little bit fucked up. I know you're like, girl, that's...
Yep, this is why you are a bad employee. First, you posted a video about you being argumentative and somebody who has trouble letting things go. And in the corporate world, in corporate America, you have to be able to let things go because people have bad days, people are mean, and you can't allow one person disrupt the entirety of your life and get you messed up and get you fired. So you're proving through this video, first by actually messaging this woman that being argumentative, and second by posting it because you now have showed all the other jobs your character and that this is how you act. Come on. And you didn't ask when the job was starting. If they're looking for somebody now, you didn't ask. That's partly your fault for not doing your due diligence. She told the other person, so then you now know. And you should have asked. This is why you ask questions throughout the interview. It is not, and they ask you questions and all you do is answer. You are interviewing them as well. And then you're going, come on. You going to message her on Indeed with smoke? Come on.
Funny coming from you. Like, you fuck over jobs all the time. And I'm allowed to do that. I'm not the employer. They're the professional one, bitch. Anyways,
what?
I messaged her and I was like, thank you for the opportunity, but please discard my application. I was unaware that the job started September 2nd, and I would not have wasted either of our times if I knew that. She responded very politely. Good for her, because I literally would have went back there and been like, bitch, you wasted my fucking time, you stupid bitch. Like, if she really wanted to play with me, but she was very respectful. And she was like, okay, thank you for letting me know. Good luck in your job search. Thanks. So then I just...
That's why she got a job and you don't. Because listen how you talking about her. You're calling her a B. You're saying F this. I'm going to go back and forth. Look at all this animosity that you have. And you the one who need a job. You saying you don't need to be professional. Yes, you do. If you're not professional, so you're just going to act unprofessional. And then once you get the job, just turn on the professionalism like it's a switch. No, just be that way all through and through. That's why you can't find a job, because you think you're being professional and they can see right through that phoniness. Come on now. I wouldn't hire you. And you posting about it. At least if you're going to post about it, be as professional as she was in her response. But goodness gracious, any job see this, they don't want you. I wouldn't hire you. You don't fit in our corporate culture. You're not a good fit. You got to go.
Decided to click back on the job description, and what do you fucking know it? In big, bold letters, it says starting date September 2nd, 2025. And you know what? Even if it was at the cost of my own gas, time, and energy, I'm glad it's in the job description now. I'm glad she's letting other people know so they don't waste their time as well.
I had to pull over to make this because I just quit my corporate job and I have no idea what's next. I have no idea how.
You out your mind, girl. You quit your job with no plan. See, the first girl said she has a plan, at least something. She's actually putting things into action to try and help herself grow. This woman says she quit her job off her intuition wearing a cock-a-doodle-doo Henry Rooster shirt. But is that a farm back there? Look like a farm, cock-a-doodle-doo shirt, and she ain't got no plan, and she crying to us. Talk about she had to pull over to tell the internet. No, you need to pull over and start looking on Indeed. That's what you need to do. You need to start calling up them talent agencies. That's what you need to do.
I'm gonna make money or what I'm gonna do or what it's gonna look like, but I have never felt more like confident in myself, self-assured, and like aligned in what I'm doing. And I just know that the next chapter of my life does not include LinkedIn or like corporate all hands or anything like that, and I'm willing to give myself the space to figure that out. And it's scary, and I'm moving back to Texas, and I don't know what my life is going to look like, but I know in my soul that I'm going to look back on this in a year and be like, that was the best decision you've ever made in your life. And I think there's two ways to kind of live your life. You can either wait for life to kind of blow up and move you in the direction that you need, or you move in the way that life wants you to go. And I feel like I'm doing that, and I'm so proud of myself.
Third way, you plan your life and you determine where you go in life. You plan it. You keep your job until you find another job, or you keep your job, you save your money, you use that money to start your dreams, pursue your passion. Once your passion starts making you money, now you leave your job and you continue to pursue your passion even more thoroughly and more aggressive, and your passion grows and you are able to help others. And that's how you take your life into your own hands instead of allowing life to jerk you around, because life is a B word, and it will ruin you if you don't have a plan. You need to have something. Just going off your soul and your intuition, I hope you're real connected with your soul, and I wish you the best of luck. But based off what you're saying and how you crying to us and all this, I know it's scary, but it's not scary when you have a plan. When you got nothing going and you just going off a whim, you've been watching too many Disney movies, because this never ends up well.
For myself, and I'm so excited for my future, and I don't know what it's gonna look like, but I just know it doesn't involve a corporate life. And if you've wanted to quit your 9-to-5 but you don't know what life would look like, or you don't know what it would look like to bet on yourself, I'll be the fucking guinea pig. I'll figure it out and I'll document it along the way. But it feels really expansive, it feels really exciting, and I'm so excited to see what my life looks like in a couple of months, or even like a couple of years. And if you're in the Austin, Texas area and you like my vibe, let's hang, let's collaborate, let's have a little play date. But here's to bigger and better things, Jupiter's in Cancer, and we're all just gonna have the best summer of our freaking lives. So okay.
Well, best of luck to her and anybody else in this situation doing this. Best of luck to you. But if you want to guarantee success in your life, you want to get as close to a guarantee as possible, 99.99997%, work your job, take that money, do what you want with it, and grow. I hope she takes this social media thing seriously, because I can see her content blowing up and that being a essential part of her next chapter and her next journey, and being able to fund all the things that she needs. I wish her the best of luck, and anybody else. Guys, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and please don't quit your job in 2025 unless they are abusing you and it's impacting your outside life. Leave without no other plan or no other job. If it is causing you physical, mental, and emotional damage and pain, leave. But let me know down below in the comments again, how's the job market treating you? I'm out of here. Peace.